I had one of those facepalm moments, and I feel like an idiot, and I want to tell you all about it. Hi, Kenji here, and today I'm going to be giving you my review of the TechZone Audio Steller X2. I normally do this sort of thing with whatever the product it is, but in this case, I'm actually using it to record this actual review video. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, this is the Steller X2, and this over here is my old studio microphone, which is the MXL 440. So, Steller X2, MXL 440. Now, what I want to do is I want to actually talk a little bit about how I like this mic and some of the specs on this mic, and then I want to basically switch off between my old mic, which is a pretty cheap mic. It's maybe somewhere around maybe like $70 or something like that, compared to this one over here, which is $200. So then you can basically make your own determination about whether it is good or not. Now, you're probably wondering about why I said that I feel like an idiot. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the unboxing video, which I'm going to be linking. Now, the unboxing for the Steller X2, I was actually doing a back and forth between my MXL 440 microphone and the Steller X2 microphone. And I don't think I actually gave the Steller X2 microphone a fair comparison. Now, I think it basically heavily weighted towards the Steller X2, and I just wanted to make sure that I did right by you guys and actually gave you a true fair comparison. Now, the reason why I was an idiot is that because basically what I heard is that pretty much microphone manufacturers, the way they actually design the microphones is that they put the actual logo of the microphone on the side that you should be talking into, and that's actually not true. It's not true for every microphone manufacturer. And it turns out that MXL over here, you should not be talking into the side that actually has the logo on it. So you can see right over here, well, sorry, didn't mean to bump the microphone right there. Right over here, you can see MXL 440. So that is my microphone, and you can clearly see that it's facing away from me. And that's really how you should be using this microphone. And I was actually using it backwards, and so it gave a really, really bad audio, and I wasn't exactly sure why. And it's just one of these things where I really should have tested things out a little bit better beforehand, and that's why I feel like an idiot. And I just kind of used it, trusting that, and then I just thought that my microphone really wasn't very good. And to be honest, it's not terrible. But I want to let you guys actually be the judge of that, and I want to have a true fair comparison between my old microphone over here and my new microphone, which is the Steller X2. And also learn from my mistake and actually test out your microphone or read the manual. And I did read the manual. There's nothing inside there that says talking to one side versus the other side. So it was just one of these things where MXL, I think they just wanted people just to either realize it or just test it out and know which side to actually speak into. And I was speaking into the wrong side. So I apologize for that. So let's go ahead and jump into the specs. The Steller X2 is a large capsule condenser microphone. Now, what that basically means is that there is a large capsule inside of there versus a small capsule. Small capsule condenser mics, things like pencil mics, will have a much smaller capsule inside there. This one is much larger, so it's much more sensitive, and you can normally get much better audio out of there. Things will sound a little bit more natural. Now, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about some of the other specs. The frequency response of the Steller X2 can go from 20 Hertz up to 20,000 Hertz. And the actual polar pattern on this is a cardioid pattern. So that basically means that it is going to be very, very sensitive on the front of the microphone, and it's going to be very insensitive on the back of the microphone. So that is really, really good. And this microphone over here, my MXL one, is actually the same sort of polar pattern. It also has a cardioid pattern. And the reason why is my audio sounded really bad before, because when the microphone was facing away from me, it was only getting the reflection, or should I say the echo of my voice when it basically hit the wall and my monitors and things like that, and it basically came back and hit the microphone. So it sounded very, very echoey, and that also caused me to have to kick up the gain on this microphone a lot in order to actually hear me properly, which also colors the mic even worse. So definitely know the polar pattern of the microphone that you're using and make sure that you're talking into the right side. Otherwise, it will basically really impact how your microphone actually sounds. Now, as I go through the different specs and things like that, something that I will be doing is I will be switching off between this microphone over here and this microphone over here, and I'm going to be labeling up over here and up over here, for which microphone that you are actually hearing. And so then that way you can basically get all the various pieces of information and my thoughts on this microphone over here, but you can also be listening at the same time for which microphone you actually think sounds better. And also whether you think it's actually worth the extra money to get the Steller X2 versus the actual MXL 440. Now, the way I actually set up this test right now is I'm trying to basically talk right into the center of these two mics. Actually, maybe I should shift these slightly this way. So I'm trying to talk basically right in the center of these two microphones, and I have them both about one hang tan away from my mouth right now. So it really should be kind of ideal circumstances. I don't actually have a pop filter, but I am using the foam windscreens on both of these. And that should actually help with some of the pops. And I'm also not talking directly towards the mic. I'm talking a little bit past it, but the microphones are both facing towards me right now. So let's talk about the impedance of the Steller X2 over here. The impedance is 140 ohms. And this microphone over here also has a self noise of 13 decibels. So that's actually a relatively low noise for a microphone. A lot of times the cheaper microphones, a lot of times they will actually have much more self noise. Like this guy over here has a 20 decibel self noise. And so when you spend a little bit more money on microphones, something that you are buying is actually having a lot lower self noise. And this guy over here, and it has 7 decibels less than the MXL over here. Now, something that the Steller X2 does require is phantom power. If you try to basically take this microphone and plug it directly into your computer, it will not work. You will not hear anything out of it. So what you are going to need is some sort of audio interface. Right now, I am using the Scarlett 2i2 interface, and that does provide phantom power. And this microphone over here also requires phantom power. So that basically comes through these XLR cables over here, right into the bottom of the microphones. And that allows the audio interface in order to be able to pick up all the different frequencies as I'm talking. Now, some of the things that this microphone over here comes with, I'm going to show you really quick. It comes with a little box over here. And this box allows you to be able to carry the microphone along with some of the accessories. Like, it also comes with this shock mount over here, and it also comes with this foam windscreen over here. So as you can see over here, it has spaces for the actual microphone over here, and also has a space for the shock mount, and also a space for the actual foam windscreen. Something else that the Steller X2 also comes with is it comes with this little pouch over here for, carrying the microphone if you don't want to carry it inside the case. So that's kind of nice that it comes with that. It also comes with some documentation over here, which also has some handwritten things on there for all the different testing that they do on this particular microphone. So it's kind of nice that they actually have someone, like an actual person, that goes through and tests out each microphone, and they check off all the boxes to make sure that it's actually working properly. Now, this microphone over here is also 6 inches in height and has a 1 3/4 inch diameter, and it weighs at 346 grams. A lot of times I just have these things just sitting like on a little scissor arm just like this. So, the weight and things like that doesn't really bother me too much. Now, the shock mount that it comes with does actually feel like a pretty decent shock mount. I think it actually works pretty well as well. I don't normally touch the arm too much, but let's see if I actually do it right now. I'm not sure how much that actually translated over, but hey, you can use your own ears and try to hear that. But I actually thought that the shock mount actually was pretty good, and the microphone actually sits inside there pretty tightly, and you can actually turn it completely upside down, and it actually works just as well and doesn't fall out. So you don't have to worry about the shock mount being flimsy. So do I really think that the Steller X2 is actually worth the $200? I'm going to go ahead and say yes, I really think it does. If you are on a really, really tight budget and you can't swing $200, there are a lot of other mics that are out there, but for $200, I am very happy with this microphone. My voice actually sounds very natural through it, and it also has a really low self noise. So far, I've been very happy with it as I do my various video reviews and things like that. So you can go ahead and make your own determination. When you compare it, this guy over here versus a much more budget microphone. Do you really think that this microphone is worth an extra $130 over my MXL? Go ahead and tell me down in the comments below, because I'm really curious to see what your thoughts are. Because my thoughts are, of course, that I like it, but hey, I might be biased because I spent $200 on it, so of course I want to like it. So tell me what you think. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps this channel a lot, and every subscription helps. And until the next review or unboxing, hey, take care.